There you go. On 3 and a 1, 2, 3. Great, thank you. Hi there, I'm Amy with the Dawn Princess Photo Department. I've been with the company for 2 years now. This is what we do, Barbados morning. We shoot a gangway, but there's more to the job than meets the eye. Working as a photographer on a Princess cruise ship is a very different kind of job. And it takes a very special kind of person to do it. Like any other job, it has its challenges, but it also has its rewards. The biggest attraction is obviously the travel. However, you cannot lose sight of the fact that you will be here to work. And work you will. This job can often be very challenging. Your job as a Princess photographer is to work as a part of a team and provide our guests with lasting memories of their vacation. You will be a part of a team of 90 photographers working worldwide on any one of our 10 ships. By the year 2004, there will be approximately 160 photographers employed by Princess on 16 vessels. Our photographers come from all over the world, but they all have one thing in common. None of them are afraid of hard work. Your first experience on a formal night will illustrate this point perfectly. Preparations begin several hours before the evening's events. Formal portraits and other cocktail party pictures are a big part of the formal evening. The toughest shoot of all immediately follows each cocktail party, the dining room. Once the evening shooting is all done, there's still work to do. All the equipment must be safely stowed away, and most of the evening's photographs must be processed, printed, and made ready for display on sale in the photo gallery. The photo gallery is the focal point of our entire operation. All the photos we take are displayed here for sale, along with a variety of retail items, including batteries, film, frames, albums, and compact cameras. Customer service is paramount, and you must be willing and able to constantly provide the kind of service that has made us a leader in the cruise industry. Although Formal Night is the biggest single event for the photo department, there are many other photo and revenue opportunities. Embarkation is the first time you get to meet our passengers for that cruise. They're not always in the best of moods after traveling most of the day, so the ability to handle people is a must. The gangway shoot, when the ship docks in port, is a standard photo event that is done on every ship. Costume shots are an important part of what we do and are very popular with our guests. It's not always the most enjoyable thing to do as a photographer, but it is a required and necessary part of the job. It can be a lot of fun, though. Being a ship's photographer involves a lot of lab work and behind-the-scenes preparations. Besides developing the shots you and the other photographers take, you will also be involved processing and printing the films taken by the passengers. This requires attention to detail and a good working knowledge of the equipment we use on board. We do provide ongoing training on board the ships. Our photo labs feature state-of-the-art equipment, as good as anything you can find in a land-based commercial lab. Besides the work environment, you need to be aware that you'll be living on board your ship. This can sometimes take a bit of getting used to, as it will be very different from your life back at home. You will live in a shared cabin which is quite small. There's not much room to lounge or places to really escape and have your own privacy.
The hardest part is getting used to the confines of your cabin. You know, having a limited amount of space and having to share with someone. You've got to be very considerate of the other person and, you know, try not to impose and, you know, still have your own space. And it's very, you know, you don't have a lot of personal space to do your own thing, you know, so that's a difficult part to adjust to.
Some of the cabins are pretty tight, depends on the ship. Some of them are larger than others, but you do share a cabin. So if you're lucky, you get the bottom bunk, and if not, you're doing some climbing. But usually have some amenities in your cabin as well.
Princess has earned one of the best reputations in the industry for our facilities and treatment of our crew. Crew welfare is very important and taken very seriously.
I've been working for Princess now for 5 months. It's my first contract. I was originally on the Calm Princess and I moved now to the Dawn Princess. So I've seen 2 ships and 2 departments, which is really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it here on the ship.
We get to go ashore during the various ports. So we get to see a lot of places and a lot of things. I've been to, I guess, just a little over 30 countries in under 3 years, so it's a good experience.
The work hours are varied. Some days, especially formal nights, can be really busy. You may work up to 14 hours, maybe a little bit longer.
I had this image in my head of actually being on a cruise ship and not having to work that hard and, you know, travel around and have a bit of a jaw. But it is actually quite a lot of hard work, so getting my head around that was a bit of an adjustment.
Well, there's some long days. Formal nights are definitely long. We do put in a lot of hours from morning till night and quite late at night sometimes. But then we make up for it with other days when we have a little more free time to go out and do things. Usually the formal nights are sea days, so we're at sea and work all day because there's nowhere else to go. So.
Yeah, formal night you just you don't really get a break from about 4 in the afternoon all the way through to like 12, 1 o'clock. You're just like on the go all the time, so that's tiring. Last night was a formal night, but I got to sleep in this morning, so that's okay.
The thing that surprised me the most was how everybody works together. It's one big happy family. I mean, 900 crew members, and you get on well with everybody. It's like a home away from home.
We've got staff eating areas, so we can go there, and there's also a crew bar for social activities, and they host various events throughout the cruises, like bingo and dart competitions, and they have like disco nights. So lots of things going on down there.
Everybody socializes together and talks together between departments and things. There's a great team spirit.
Be prepared to work hard and to absorb a lot of information, you know, and learn a lot, and then apply that information that you've got.
You've got to be aware of the fact that you're making a commitment. It's a 6-month commitment, if not, well, obviously, if not more, but 6 months at a time, certainly.
I think you have to come out with an open mind. It's very different to anything you'll experience on land, so just to come out with an open mind, I think that's the key.
So now you know what it takes to be a princess photographer. So if you're still interested, we'll see you on board. All right, guys, big smiles for me on 3, and a 1, 2, and 3.